Generic greetings and welcome to Airships Conquer the Skies once again. So I've just fired up Airships and discovered that it's the multiplayer hour. This happens a couple of times a week, I believe, and essentially it's the noted time to jump on and fight other people. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I've just fired up a multiplayer game and I've put it on a 5,000 fleet cost with no mods, and someone's joined in, so let's see what happens. So I've already spawned a, that's the bomber, the Mark II, I believe. Let's just go to add airships. It's a Zeppington Mark II, and I also got a Reactington because obviously that's massively overpowered, but I also want a land ship of some kind. So, as I said, a couple of mini Tankingtons might do the job quite nicely. So 1, 2, 3, and we've already got one back here, so we've got 3 mini Tankingtons. We've got a Reactington, we've got a bomber, and what else would we want to go for? Let's go for, he's ready, so this person's ready. I don't know what they've got, but I'm probably going to get destroyed. Oh, by the way, today's beverage is nice cup of coffee, and we'll go for another airship. And what airship would be good in this particular case? We've got a rocket, we've got a saw, we've got another Reactington, mini Zep, we've got a mini sub-testington thing. It's a carrier type doodah. You know what? Maybe a land ship, but something quite big, or rather bigger than, I don't know, a flak? A flak swarmington? Maybe a flak bus of some kind? No. Let's go for one airship. I've got about 1,000 points left, so it could be that thing, which is just a stupid carrier. I think it's a bit overpointed, but go on, we'll have one then. And let's see how this one goes. And ready. So I don't know, as I said, what he's got, but I'm immediately going to move this thing up, and we'll press M and go up to there. He has got lots of defenses, so immediately we're going to bring our Reactington straight down there. Obviously we want to get this straight off, and we want to board this thing at the back. I think we'll say board that one at the back, and we're obviously getting shot to hell here, but we are managing to stay alive, which is obviously always an advantage when it comes to any sort of warfare. I have said board, and they are boarding, and they'll probably have a lot of defenses, but that's okay. So we'll get this to target the one airship over there. Obviously we've got this thing which has spawned its little, well, whatever it is. And where's our bomber? Our bomber is up there doing very, very well indeed. We're actually going to move it a little bit higher up and a little bit along. So I am boarding this thing here, as you can see, and it looks like, I thought it was connected here, but they're not. They're actually separate. The Reactington has just lost its engine, is now crashing down on top of this thing. I was boarding here, but it has not worked out, sadly, but my mini Tankingtons are going great guns. Also, you can see a lot of shells raining down onto the opponent here, so I'm going to target this thing. I just want to try and destroy it. Looks like he hasn't moved, whatever this is. Yeah, it's weird. It's got 3 cannons on the front and then a deck gun. And there's my shots going there. If we go to outside view, you can see I'm not actually causing a lot of damage, but I'm also not receiving much back. Obviously, it's still got the top left on there. It's still got the both balloons. Look at that spray. There's a lot of spray coming out, so it looks like they've got some... I think that's grape shot. It's probably grape shot. Let me just to put these to aim fire. It's probably already too late, but... let's see how this one goes. Can that not move anymore? It can't move. No, it's not under command, and also it is defeated. He started moving these forward. That's not something I wanted, so I'm going to target that. I'm going to bring this down to here, and then I'm going to go for the ram, because there's no other purpose that this thing serves, and we'll say ram to about here, and then we'll go straight through it. So they're now out of ammo, so the only thing I've got left is this thing up the top, but the thing is, I don't know how he can defeat it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to play the long game on this one. We'll put that on aimed fire. It's currently got only 67 ammo of 160, so I'm probably going to lose just by running out of bombs. But the bombs are raining down. I've already taken out a good chunk of their guns on the front there. So, that one's now surrendered. So let's go for the technical win, which is obviously the best kind of win. We'll then target the thing at the front, and it's a victory! I don't know whether he surrendered or what, but either way, we won one. Sweet! And I've actually just got an achievement, which is for multiplayer, because I've never played it before. Right, let's try that again. So create game, we'll have a 5,000 point game, no mods, as you can see, G-test, and we'll have it on create game. And we will go for a land ship, and we'll have something, we could have the Murrington, but it's terrible, so that's not. Scorpionton, not too bad. We could go for the land carrier, but it's actually terrible. If we wanted the worst thing in the world, we could have, where is it? The Liftington, which is just completely pointless. Let's go to add a airship, and so let's have a quick look and scroll down what we've got. We've got the cluster bot, which is fairly garbage. We've got the Don't Think It'll Workington, which is aptly named. We've got the Grape Brickington, which is just lots of grape shot on the front, but it's actually expensive. Grape Shottington, not too bad. Hammer Headington is garbage. In fact, most of these ones are fairly terrible. Mini Subbington wasn't too bad. And that one isn't bad. I'll tell you what, let's go for the Zeppington Mark II. We'll have two of those up there, and then we'll go for another airship, and probably this Wellington. No, it's another ramboat. Spiderington is a good assault vessel, but I think it's going to have to be the Reactington once more. We'll put it there. No one's joining the game. This is why the multiplayer hour exists in the game, because the community is quite small and obviously quite split. Not split, but it is quite small community, and obviously because of that, getting a lot of people on the same time is difficult to have the multiplayer hour. And it's just coincidence that I fired it up and it's a multiplayer hour. So I've got those two things there, this Reactington and probably another airship. I would like something with torpedoes. Now, it's the same person that's just jumped in. I don't know whether or not they will be able to, they're going to feel the same thing, but I'm certainly not going to feel the same thing. A nice long-range sub like that should be quite okay. I am just about pointed, so that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll put these as close to... Actually, I'll pull them a little bit further back like that. Give them a bit of a split. We'll move this one down to about here, and then we'll ready up. So I'm ready. I'll just see what they've got. We'll see. Give them a go. GLHF. Good luck. Have fun. And let's see how it goes. And we can have a sip of beverage while we wait. So it is foggy, so it's going to be difficult for units in the fog to be hit, or more difficult. So that's why I've put this thing down the bottom there. I should probably move that further down as well, so that's more difficult. The fog is... Oh, let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got a really big vessel of some kind there. Okay, either way, I'm going to move that straight forward like so. Obviously, these ones will be able to just go straight over the top, so he's got a very, very big vessel by the look of it. And we have got right to the front, so it looks like all of the guys are ready to board this thing. You can hear flak as well, so actually this is going to be a little bit more difficult for me to do anything about, but what I'm going to do is put these above and then ground the ship, so it's actually going to then land on top of that. Obviously, my bombers are then flying over the top here. We've got boarding working well, and I am able to take a lot of them out, or rather, I'm able to do okay. And yeah, surrendered. I managed to board it and win. Oh, good grief! So I thought it was just me that was making designs that are flawed in some way, and yeah, it is actually other people as well, which is good to know. So we'll have a 10,000 point fight this time. So again, create the game. And we'll go add for an airship, and this time we're going to really go well over the top and add something fairly expensive. What's the most expensive vessel I have? That's the drone Shippington, but sadly we are a little bit overpointed. I can't edit it from here, sadly. You're not allowed to do that. But what else can I get? I can go for the carrier, but the carrier is fairly crap. Oh yeah, the Bombardington. Let's have a Bombardington, shall we? Because it's absolutely insane. We'll put it about there, I think, because when it inevitably crashes to the ground, we should be, we won't actually die when we hit it. So I've got 7,000 points there. We're going to go for another... Well, what's the thing that'll be able to take this out? Well, one shot to the front will easily destroy it, but I'm worried about boarding. I have some... I don't think I do have any defenses in here in terms of... We've got bunks, but we don't have any guards. Or maybe is that one there? No, that's mechanical. So, yeah, this being taken out is the one thing I'm worried about. So let's go for airship once again. Actually, I've put landship. We'll go to airship, and then we'll scroll it down to a Reactington? Maybe? The Squishington's quite good because it just lands on top of something. Spider Assaultington is... an interesting one. It's got spider guys. You know what? I'm going to have one of those. I'll have a Spider Assaultington. One, and I can't afford two, sadly. But I'll have the one. I'll probably put it a little bit low to the ground. We'll go to another airship and then a couple of Grape Shottingtons. We haven't used those yet. And these got a very, very low service ceiling. But we can feel the two of them. And we are just underpointed. So we will ready it up there. Okay, GLHF. Because that's just how we go about these things. And let's see how this fight turns out. But it's good to not just see other people's designs of designs. That beverage is going down the wrong way. Ugh. Anyway, yes, it's good not just to see other people's designs, because you can go into the Steam Workshop and see that, but it's also interesting to actually verse them as well, because look at a design on paper and saying, well, it's got guns, it's got armor, it's very well pointed, it's got this, that, blah, 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 but you don't get a lot of the or a lot of the soft statistics where you don't know its reaction time. How quick is it? And he's got loads of defenses. Yes, he's gone for loads and loads and loads of defenses, which is not going to work out for me. Although I do have the Bombardington, which is going to be doing just that. There is the massive amounts of shots coming in. We will go for I don't think we need to go for an aimed fire, but there is the copious amounts of shots. I'm going to say board that one there. There's the incoming, and it's hitting quite well, as you can see. And oh, it looks like I'm getting hit very, very hard up the top there. So I'm going to order it down, so we should be able to board them. There's the spiders. There they go, and boarding. So that center one shouldn't be too bad. We're going to go straight to the back, click on the Bombardington, and it's just luck that I've managed to pick a vessel that is pretty much made for destroying these things. Although my ammo, oh my good grief, I'm almost out of ammo. I'm halfway through the ammo, so there's no way I can win this. There's no way I can win it at all. But it's an interesting shot. Well, there's a lot of interesting shots, as you can see. I will then put this onto aimed fire, which will use less ammo and hopefully use it a bit more effectively, because as you can see, there's a lot of torpedoes coming in, but sadly it's not really doing anything. So he's got a big chunk missing out of this fort. These are quite decent forts that the guy's made. I have to give it to him, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grape shots. Looks like 3 cannons on the bottom. No, they're all grape shots. It's all grape shots, and then it's all deck guns. Okay, the Bombardington is not under command. Has it blown up? I wonder why it's not under command. Go back to a small crater and a bit of the aft section. Oh, it was always its weakness. I knew this. Oh my good grief. Right, back to the same thing. Oh, right, let's do one more, well, a couple more games maybe. Right, so add a building this time. Let's go for a big building. I could go for the red wall. I can't afford the black wall. Not that I want to really field that, to be quite honest. The Airfieldington is flak guns and airfield. Also, looks like Tab's joined again. I think if he wants a fight, of ground stuff, maybe he's going to field that again. I mean, I don't know what he's going to go for. We could go for the red wall, although this does blow up pretty much like the others. This has got a lot of miniguns on it. Airfieldington, Black Citadel. None of these are very, very good is the word I'm looking for. I'm going to rotate this round. For some reason, why is it facing that way? It's facing the wrong way. No, that's the wrong way. Flip. There we go, and clicky. Right, so we got our melee defense there, as you can see. That should be fine, just about there. Add building. We might as well add a red wall version 2. Not that I think this will work, but whatever. So we'll flip that around, and we will say put it up. Actually, to be fair, we don't really need that, because the whole point in the red wall, as you can see, is that it's got this like overhang. So anything that drives this way, it gets bombed on, and then anything goes above it gets flaked, and then we shoot everything else. So we'll go for another building. We've got the Cubington, which is just a big cube, and as you can see, it's got guns all over it. So we're going to put one of those in there, and then we will add another airship, and I think because we can, we'll go for the Zeppelins. So I can only field the one. We'll add another we'll add a land ship, and we've got a mini bombard, so we'll have a bombard back there, which is just about pointed right. So we'll click ready, and here we go. Let's see how this one works. He's got, oh my good grief, he's got them again. So this will go over there. We've got most of the shots targeting, well, I don't think what we've got targeted. We'll say target the front one, because why not, as you can see. And we will simply start bombing away. So there's the bombs dropping down. I will put this on aimed fire, because quite honestly, I think it's probably probably going to be the only way to actually win it, because this is getting carved to bits, as you can see. Now, these have got a lot of cannon, although the ammo is... it's slowly going down. That's not too bad. This thing at the back is... I was just about to put it to rapid fire because, well, it's doing the mad minute at the moment, 10 rounds rapid, but... I've just lost command. Oh no, there we go. Aim fire. Also, it's getting chipped apart, so it's something we really want to. We want to pretty much use all the ammo before it blows up. This one is still cutting through the ammo, but we're not doing too bad. Remember, most of the ammo storage would be used for the flak and the bombs as well, but obviously it's not something we are utilizing at the moment because nothing's flying. As you can see, these things are not terribly. Mobile, being, you know, massive blocks of concrete like the Imperials in 40k have made it. Imperials? Imperial Guard. So anyway, that's on fire somewhat, which is always good since it's the opponents. And it looks like the red wall is going all right. It says victory. I don't think... Are they surrendered? He's surrendered, yes. I've managed to disarm one and he's surrendered against the other one. Interesting. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if there's another person put a game up because, well, that guy's left. You know, well done, Tab. Nice to play a game with you and all of that, if you are watching. Anyway. If he's left, actually, I might as well just put another game up. One more game. Create game. This time 20,000 because miscalled performance problems. Oh, yeah. We are hoping that is not the case, but... Let's go to add a building. Black Wallington. You want performance problems? I'll give you performance problems. No, maybe not. That's maybe a little bit over the top. So landship. What's the most expensive? With Doggington's quite expensive, but also crap. The Long Tankington was actually a fairly decent beast. It's a long-range artillery vessel. It's got suspendium. I think it's got suspendium cannons. Yes, suspendium cannons, and they're very, very, very accurate. But sadly, it also dies at the drop of a hat. Airship, in terms of expensive, we've got the drone Shippington. Oh, you know what? Let's put a drone Shippington on here. Yeah, boy. Let's place that in about here. And then we'll go for a... let's go for airship. And we'll have Zeppingtons. 1, 2, 3, 4... we'll go for a building just because we can. We got a Cubington. That seemed to be quite fun last time. We'll plus that. We'll just put that there. We've got a little bit more, and I think we'll have. Can we have? We can have a Grape Shottington, or we can have a Rocket Fighterington and or Block Gunnington, which is. It's not too bad. It's all right, I guess. No, we'll go for what about a building? Can't afford any building. Landship, we can probably get a mini Tankington. We get a mini Tankington. We can also get a mini Assaultington, which is an interesting beast. It is actually an assault ground vehicle. We'll place it in there, maybe. It doesn't really matter. Actually, what I'll do is I'll move that back just a smidgen, move that to the... Actually, we don't need to, because we're never going to move. We're never going to have this move beyond the front there. We're just going to keep it underneath. And, do I just sit here till someone joins? Or maybe I'll be all alone forever. Where's the change there then? But no. When is? Do I leave and try and join someone else's? Come on. Is there someone else here? I think that's about it. Has the multiplayer hour finished? Multiplayer hour's finished. Okay, maybe that people have just quit out once the multiplayer hour was finished. I really, really, really wanted one more game. Oh, well, I think we'll have to leave it there then. That has been a little bit of Airships Conquer the Skies multiplayer. It's certainly functional. Obviously, it's got... it's got all of the randomization for the map, so you can have different weather. You're versing other people, so unlike the AI, which is it can be quite good, also quite bad at times. But you're getting to see other people's designs, which is, I think, the main interest for me. The fact that you can not only just, like, if you go on the workshop, you can see other people's builds, and you go, oh yeah, that might be cool. But this one, you're testing it on the heat of battle, which is always pretty good. Either way. links in the description. You can check it out yourself. If you want to try the multiplayer, then my personal recommendation is to just check out what the multiplayer hour says when it's going to be, but mainly you're probably best on playing with the friends. There is a Discord server, as you can see there, and also I believe there's a couple of groups going as well if you look on the Steam forums. But there you go, it functions. I think there's some improvements coming in the next couple of patches for the multiplayer, but yeah, enjoyable. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.